Assalamualaikum and hi. Today, me, Rusyaidi Nurkhairin, Farah, Syahira, and Tengku, Luqman, Hakim will talk about objective and real-life application regarding friction on an inclined plane experiment. Now, let's move to the objective of this experiment. The objective of this experiment is the purpose of the friction on an inclined plane experiment is to determine the coefficient of a variety of material used in the experiment. Using an inclined plane, researchers can investigate the equilibrium and non-equilibrium of a body in an inclined plane under the influence of a force.
The objective. Inclined plane is a simple machine consisting of the sloping surface used for raising heavy bodies. The force required to move an object up the incline is less than the weight being raised, discounting friction.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tengku Luqman Hakim bin Tengku Munawir. My metric card number is AA211736. From this experiment, there has have a few of objective which can explain how a normal force and gravity act on an inclined plane. It is necessary to evaluate the forces operating on an item on an inclined plane in order to comprehend this form of motion. Normal force is when an object is put on an inclined plane. Its weight vector can be separated into two components. A normal force equal to the object's force perpendicular to the plane, and a parallel force that pushes the object down the inclined plane. Every object has a gravitational center. The center of gravity is the point at which a body's entire is concentrated. If sustained at this point, the body will remain in equilibrium in any position. The gravitational force that acts on an object is directed through the center of gravity and toward the Earth center. The weight of an object can be represented by a downward pointing vector.
Each of us will give one example of application on real life regarding friction on an inclined plane. I will start first. There are many kind of application in real life regarding friction on an inclined planes. But the one that I will mention to you is one of the few example, which is evacuation slide. How does it work and when will it going to be used? The way evacuation slides work is that a canister of pressurized carbon dioxide and nitrogen provide an initial kick to the slide. Only roughly a third of the volume required to inflate the slide is provided by the canister. The remaining volume is provided by ambient air, which is pumped by aspirators into the slide. The evacuation slide will only be used in a plane when there are emergency. The slide will be inflated on both sides of the plane, either at the front door, back door, or the door that located on the wing side of the plane. The reason they use it is that it allows people to rapidly and safely reach the ground from the height of a passenger airline. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Farah Syahira, number metric AA211081. I will present about loading ramp on a truck. Truck loading ramp make a moving object to a higher point easier by distributing the weight of the load across the larger area. Moreover, when the objects are placed on the flat ramp, it will not slide down the surface if the force caused by the gravity acting on the object are less than the resistance from friction force. Furthermore, pulling or pushing an object up a set of ramp requires less work than lifting the same item.
Lastly, for application is dumping garbage. A flat surface that is tighter or inclined at an angle other than the right angle is called an inclined plane. This indicates that one end of the surface is elevated over the other. The inclined plane slope makes it easy to transfer large objects or loads up to a given height. Because an inclined plane extends the distance over which the force must be exerted, the effort required is reduced. In other words, rather than lifting the weight, an inclined plane allows it to be shifted from one position to another by directly applying a push or pull force. A mechanism affixed to the back of garbage truck tilts the container attached to the back of the truck. When you tilt the container, it creates an angle plane. The waste is subsequently dropped on the ground due to gravity's influence. As a result, garbage truck can use inclined planes. Thank you.